Hey guys, Mark here. I just did a video yesterday, and oh yeah, before I continue, let me make sure um, that I keep an update here that we are now uh, in day 23 of government-controlled free speech. If you are still unaware of the law that they passed on December 23rd in the 2017 National Defense Authorization Act regarding your free speech, you might want to check it out. So I reported to you guys yesterday, that in a matter of probably less than 24 hours, Obama had penned out 4 more executive orders. Well, it turns out on the very same day, he actually popped out 2 more. So it looks like in the matter of about maybe 24 hours, Obama has pushed out 6 executive orders. Now, I've been trying to get you guys to understand the seriousness of these executive orders, which a lot of people really aren't talking about, which I don't understand. I'm gonna have to fumble through this for a minute here, but I want you guys to bear with me and really take the time to understand what this could potentially mean, because this is horrifying. Now, we've all heard about or we should all be well aware now, there is a big battle going on in our own intelligence agencies are in a big war with each other. The corporate shills for the New World Order have turned Hollywood completely against the American people for this election. They even broke out some of the big guns recently. They got Rosie O'Donnell asking for martial law. They got U2 saying they're canceling their album because of the election. I mean, there's just so much stuff, craziness going on. It's just something else. I've said I'll be amazed if this inauguration actually happens. And once again, I get more and more evidence that it may not happen. And what we have here is 2 more executive orders that push that point exactly. And I'm going to show you exactly how they pertain to a plan that's been in preparation by Obama for many years now, for maybe 4 to 5 years. What we have here is we have 2 more orders of succession that have been altered by Obama. And as you can see here, we have an executive order providing an order of succession within the Department of Justice. And we've also got an executive order providing an order of succession within the Environmental Protection Agency. Now, just to make sure that I clarify this, just in case you don't really understand what that means, the order of succession means if somebody dies, who is going to be the next in line and the next in line in order to fill that position, right? If somebody dies, or if somebody gets impeached, or somebody goes to jail, or stuff like that. If something happens, somebody gets out of office, or they just suddenly retire, or whatever. They have an order of succession for people who will pick up that role. And he just signed to just change the way the order of succession falls in the White House under 2 agencies. Well, why is this important? Well, let's just go. This is a list of all the executive orders that have been passed in the White House. As you can see up here, whitehouse.gov, executive orders, right? And as you can see right here, the last one he did was the January 13th, January 13th, January 13th, January 12th, January 12th, right? Now, let's go through this for a minute. Okay? You have to bear with me. As you can see right here, he did an order of succession change on the Department of Labor on December of the 23rd. Okay? Then he changed the order of succession in the Department of Homeland Security on December 9th. sorry, just have to go back through here for a minute. Right here, in order of succession within the Department of Treasury, in order of succession within the Department of Veterans Affairs. And let's not make sure we don't skip order this. They changed the manual for court martials in the United States. And I think that's important to remember, because this they just changed the complete and total law for how court martials operate through the stroke of a pen. So, let's keep going here. Order of succession within the Department of Treasury, order of succession within the Department of Veterans Affairs, order of succession within the EPA. Now, see, this is pretty strange, because he changed the order of succession of the Environmental Protection Agency on August 12th, and for some reason, he just changed it yesterday. Is he writing so many executive orders that he doesn't remember what he's writing? And as you can see right here, once again, he changed the executive order for the court martials on May 20th, right? But if we go down here and go to previous, he also changed it on the 16th. All right, so this got changed twice. Now let's go back down here real quick, because now I'm curious, because I actually thought he had changed the EPA one already. So let's see what he did here. So according to this one, and I'll just look at the first three here. His general counsel, assistant administrator for the Office of Solid Waste, and the assistant administrator for toxin substances are the people who are responsible for the EPA succession. Now let's see if that's different, because I just think that's weird that he's changed these things multiple times within a couple of days of each other. Although this one has actually been a couple of months. Let's see. So as you can see, now see, this is weird, y'all, because as far as I can tell, at least for the first three anyways, this one is exactly the same. I may have to go back and check this out again, but I think it's interesting that it looks like he has written this exact same executive order twice now, right? But as you can see, a whole bunch of way the order of succession works in the United States government all got changed by the stroke of a pen. And that's important. It's very important, especially if either A, we have a civil war in this country, which our intelligence agencies are very, very much trying to start that, and they're also trying to start a war with Russia. But it's also important if we have a coup. Now, no one thinks that's possible, but let's keep in mind, because nobody in our community is talking about this. The same man that Turkey said is responsible for the attempted coup in their country, Gulen, has been housed here in Pennsylvania by the CIA for over 10 years, and he's on every terrorist watch list in America. Right? So the possible mastermind, Fathulla Gulen, who may have masterminded the coup that was almost took place in Turkey, is sitting right here in the United States House by the CIA. So it's not really unthinkable to think of the man that could have masterminded a coup in Turkey could also be helping mastermind a coup right here in the United States, right? But let's all keep all this in mind. And also keep in mind the changes they're doing to the court martials, and keep in mind what they're doing with free speech and how they're making things you type on the internet they become crimes. Okay, this is all tying in together. But let me scroll down here, and actually, you know what? Let me just I'm gonna make this easier because I don't wanna sit here because it's gonna take me a while to go through all of these to find this. So I'm just gonna pull this up real quick, and let's go to resource. And let's go to this, March 16th, 2012. This is the National Defense Resource Preparedness Act. And for those of you who still haven't heard about this or forgot about this, this thing is not going away. It's still law, and he made it a law for a very specific reason. And let's see if this thing comes into place soon here. Now, what this law basically says is in a case, time of peace or in a time of war, that they can take possession of everything in America. They can take over control of everything in the country simultaneously and declare martial law, and everything will be government property, including the people in it who can be forced into work camps. Now, I want you to see right here, it's talking about the Secretary of Homeland Security and what they're going to do in this thing. Then it's talking about the Defense Production Act Committee, right? The Secretary of Commerce, right? Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Energy, Secretary of Health and Human Services, Secretary of Transportation, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Commerce, right? Secretary of Energy, Secretary of Homeland Security, right? You'll see all the stuff that's in here, okay? And so all of these secretaries and there's, this thing is just so long. But basically, this, you talk about the head of any agency may implement this thing, or may implement stuff under this act, and that's talking about the Homeland Security, EPA, Department of Treasury, Department of Commerce, so on and so forth, right? When this thing comes, there goes Secretary of Labor. Okay, they got all these different secretaries. Here it is: Secretary of State, Secretary of Treasury, Attorney General, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Interior, Secretary of Agriculture, right? You got all these secretaries here who all have very important jobs to play once this National Resource Preparedness Act gets declared. And once again, they can do this in a time of peace or a time of war. And keep in mind, we've pretty much been in a state of emergency for pretty much forever. So they can enact this thing at any time. And as you can see, all of these key positions that will have different delegated duties when this National Resource Preparedness Act, i.e. the Martial Law Act, comes into play, all these guys are going to have important positions. And Obama has went and created, changed the order of succession of all of these positions slowly over time in the past 6 months, so much so that I've just demonstrated to you that he's actually changed the order of succession in the EPA twice, because he's done so many, he doesn't even remember what he's done anymore. I don't mean to laugh, because this is serious, y'all. We've all been terrified of this act, and everyone's kind of forgot about it and think it could never happen. But everybody's been saying they think there's a good possibility that there's going to be martial law declared before this inauguration happens, and that they're going to stop the election. Now we've even got people in Hollywood calling for martial law, and everybody has an important position in the martial law order. In the Martial Law Act, all these people who have an important position, the order of succession is getting changed, because it sounds like they are in fact planning a coup on the government, and all these people are in power that they don't want there. They want to make sure they change the order of succession, so once they get taken out, they're going to have all their people in place doing exactly what they want them to do by the law, right? So, anyways, that's it. I don't know how much, you know, more evidence you need that something big is going on here, but I just want to make sure that y'all understand that no one in the community seems to be talking about these order of succession executive orders, but these may very well be the ones who are deciding who our commanders are when the Obama declares martial law and stops the election, which is still a very, very real possibility. So we'll see what happens. I just wanted to make you guys aware. I wanted you guys to see also that Obama's writing so many executive orders that he doesn't realize that he's actually writing them twice. Anyways, you guys take care.